Well, hello, beautiful soul sisters. Welcome back to Cooking with Purpose. I'm Veronica Rosa, your emotional wellness and life coach. And today is all about body love and boundaries. So, if you ever look in the mirror and feel disconnected, frustrated, or feel like your worth depends on how much you weigh, today's video is for you, girlfriend. So, we're going to dive into 5 rituals that help me rebuild my self worth and fall back in love with my body from the inside out, which then magnetized all around abundance to me. So let's get in. Come on in, come on in, have a seat at the table. And then after that, we will begin, we'll bring that energy into the kitchen because the way we feed ourselves is a reflection on how we feel about ourselves. So today we're gonna make chicken fajitas with quinoa and pico de gallo. So healthy, full of protein, low carb, low sugar meal to help your body image, your self love, your self respect, so you can magnetize outwards and bring in what it is that your soul is craving. So, ritual number 1, speak kindly to your body. So, before, if you see in my picture here, I was a size 13. I was overweight, overwhelmed, sad, depressed. On the left side there, I was a size 13. And I went from that, from the left to the right, to being able to shed my unwanted weight and be able to, when I began to shift the way I was thinking, my mindset, I was able to manifest money into me that allowed me to get my mommy makeover and give me my dream body. And so ritual number 1, speaking kindly about your body, is very, very crucial because that will begin. It starts from the speaking kindly about yourself to then speaking kindly, being mindful of your money mindset, because your money mindset will reflect in your daily habits, how you eat, how you speak, how you set boundaries. And so, ritual number 1, speak kindly to your body. I stopped bullying my reflection and I began my mornings with positive affirmations. I think I have it right here. I started going, doing my nutrition, nutritional health kick, and I just saw it the other day. I am vitality. I am beautiful. I am vitality. I am worthy. Not 10 pounds from now. I am worthy now. I sit in the mirror, and even on days that I didn't feel cute, those days, that's when all of this started. It stemmed from those days there on the left or the right, whatever side that is to you. And I would look in the mirror, and every time I would say something negative about myself, I would catch myself and replace it with a positive affirmation. So daily affirmations. Let's try this. Leave love notes, little sticky notes on the mirror. Say them out loud. Your body is listening. Ritual number 2, shower with intentions. And showers also became a healing modality for me. Instead of running to numb what things I shouldn't be using, I would take a shower and let that cleanse myself. I turned my shower into a sacred space. Instead of rushing, I slowed down. I started practicing the powerful affirmations. As I washed, I listened to meditation. There's a really good meditation song that I like, that's about forgiveness. And so it's forgiving about yourself, forgiving others, it's releasing shame. So practicing the affirmations, I release shame, I wash away doubt, and imagine all the heavy negative beliefs of the world and stepping out renewed. This helped me create a physical and emotional boundaries with toxic beauty standards. And so let's go to ritual number 3. Dress like I'm worthy now. Stop saving your cute clothes for when I lose weight. Sister, wear the dress. Put on that red lipstick. Begin dressing like the woman you want to be. Do it now. Don't wait until it's fixed or until I'm there. Be it here now. Be in the moment. So wear that dress. Stop saving it for later. My husband laughs at me because as soon as I buy something at the store, right then and there, I take off the tags and I say I put them on and shoot, I'm wearing it now. I'm not saving it. And him, he's like on the whole other side. He still has like closet full of brand new clothes with tags on it. So begin dressing like the woman that you are becoming and not the one you're trying to fix, you know? So that's how it feels like at first. Like we're faking it. We fake it until we make it. So boundaries equals no more hiding. Body love equals celebration, not perfection. Ritual number 4, nourish with intention, not punishment. I broke up with dieting and started a new relationship with food. And I asked myself daily, what foods make me feel energized and alive? And one food that I noticed back then in those days is because I started to walk and for exercise, I walk around the block. And I started to notice that when I would eat quinoa the day before, my legs, my thighs, like my muscles, like they just felt like more powerful. And so think about what foods make you feel energized and alive. And we will be making quinoa today. So if you never had it, I'm going to give you my recipe that's so delicious and it's super easy to make. It's a super food packed with protein. With you can eliminate the carbs, no more rice. And so, yes, think about what food, what meals keep you in aligned with your vision. Quinoa is definitely one. Chicken fajitas is definitely one. So I'm excited to make today's meal. Also, I then made it real by I made my ritual real by sticking to my 90-day detox shed and shine, tracking my habits, my daily habit tracker. Every time I check off a meal, a workout, a movement of mindfulness, I'm living in the moment for my future self. I am being my future self. I didn't start off checking off it took time, but those small little baby steps, before you know it, all of a sudden you'll be on the other side of the rainbow, on the other side of that tunnel, and you'll see that rainbow, and life will be beautiful and you'll forget. So journal all this pain because one day you're going to forget what that pain was like. And another thing, I refuse to count calories. I do not count calories. I count connections to my body, my kitchen, and my growth. And so becoming mindful of how things make me feel, how I connect with not just food, with the environment, with the people that I'm with. And so don't count calories. We're not counting calories. We're becoming mindful and aware and eating whole foods that's packed with nutrients versus riddled with preservatives that's weighing us down, imbalancing our hormones, causing us le- to be lethargic, uh, moody, and just not letting us, not giving us that pep that we need to be able to thrive and strive, to thrive in life. I don't know what other word I was looking for. So, anyways, discipline becomes powerful when it's guided by purpose. This is not a punishment. We're not thinking about, oh, I can't drink soda anymore. I'm going to, what can I add? I'm going to drink a lemonade, or for me it's water, H2O. I had to switch my story about water. Ew, water is boring. Water is free. Water is, now it's like, what? $7 for spring water? Yes, ma'am. Let me take that. That spring water has H2O, one hydrogen, two oxygen. So that's oxygen that I'm putting into my body, and that supposedly the spring water is higher pH level, so it's gonna boost my metabolism. It's gonna help me. It's gonna help my digestion. It's gonna help regulate my emotions. And so yes, switch that story from a negative, from being victim, from being disempowered with, oh, that's boring too. This is amazing water, spring water, H2O, hydrogen, oxygen, putting oxygen and putting life into my body. So discipline becomes powerful when you're guided by purpose, not punishment. Don't view your boundaries as a punishment. View it as um, part of your vision. That's I can't even express it. It is empowering you to be the best version of yourself. Yes, girl. And then the last one, ritual number 5, rest like you deserve to heal. I stopped glorifying the hustle and bustle. That hustle and bustle is masculine energy, it's survival mode energy. And so I stopped and I stopped. I began to accept and be able to rest, to not, I stopped viewing as I have to earn the rest. And I started to claim rest. I started to accept rest. I created bedtime rituals on my alarm clock. Okay, 8 o'clock, it's time to go to bed. Most of the times I just hit the snooze button and keep on working. But I try to make it a ritual. And at that time, okay, is drink your tea, do your stretching, do your affirmation, because rest is real medicine. And it's very important that when you're going to bed, that you're not thinking about, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta go do that, all the negative and the doubts, the worry and stress, because that's what you're gonna go to bed with. I want you to focus on positive affirmations, focus on gratitude. What are things that you're grateful for it, for the day, for the next day? Because your body, when you love your body, you protect your energy. And protecting your energy is not just physical, it's in here. It's not tangible, you can't see it. And we always all have that little voice in the background, so become mindful of those thoughts, of those words, those negative words, and replace them with positive affirmation in the morning and at night when you go to rest. And you don't need to earn rest. Rest is part of a well-being, well-balanced, healthy lifestyle. And so you don't need to earn it. You deserve it. Take some rest, sit down. It's our society that's like, you got to be on the hustle and bustle and you're lazy if you're not doing this and that. We don't, let's stop that. We're going to be the black sheep, and we're going to be the generational curse breakers, and we're going to stop following all of these society norms or cultural norms, and start becoming in alignment with our own body, with your own rhythm, with the time of the month, especially on the time of the month, knowing when you're PMSing and allowing yourself time to rest, to relax, and not feeling guilty. Because as soon as you get that your menstrual cycle, you're gonna have a spike of estrogen, and all of a sudden you're gonna have pep in your step, just like I do right now. What does that mean? Yeah, between the lines, girlfriend. Yes. So, with that being said, it's time for you to journal and reflect before we get cooking with purpose. But I want you to reflect, what does body love look like for me? Not for society. What does it look like for you? What would you be comfortable in? What body style? What's your body look? Question number 2, where do you need better boundaries to protect your peace? And reflection number 3, what rituals can you add this week to honor your body as being sacred? Your body is a temple. This is your first home. Then it's exterior. Everywhere else you go, you're gonna be confident and comfortable, because if you clean up your home, your own home, and you feel confident in your own home, everything else is, it's like, life is like a playground. I swear, life is like a playground. And so, with that being said, put your eyes on the prize. You are the prize, girlfriend. And let's say these powerful affirmations. Write them down, journal them, speak them into existence as if it is already. Don't just say it. I want you to believe it and feel what your body feels like when you say these affirmations and you know that they're true. I honor my body with love and intention. My boundaries reflect my self worth. I am safe. I am whole. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am bold. I am brave. I am building a life, a body that feels good to live in. Yes, girl. High five. Now let's get transitioning into cooking. Let's bring in all that good energy into the kitchen. And tonight, we're not just feeding our bodies, we are affirming our worth. Remember, every meal is a chance to love yourself deeper, because you don't have to change your body to love it. You can love it and still want to grow. And with that being said, let's start cooking with purpose, with passion, with peace. Let's break those cycles. We're cooking something new, something different from what we've been taught. We're breaking those generational habits that's leading to generational curses. And so that's how we become that generational curse breaker by trying something different, being bold, being brave, being courageous, and saying yes to getting into the kitchen and trying new foods that are in alignment of your higher self. So thank you for joining me, and let's get cooking.
Welcome to Cooking with Purpose. Fill your body and feed your soul. Let's get cooking with purpose to lower A1C, shed unwanted weight, maximize mental sharpness and clarity, boost self expression, boost immune system, build confidence, maintain emotional balance, relieve pain, relieve headaches, cleanse your digestion, and much more. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose, where we fill our bodies and feed our souls. If you are feeling tired, overwhelmed, stressed, or struggling with weight loss, anxiety, or energy crashes, it's time to take back control, starting in the kitchen. Today, we are cooking an easy and delicious, nutrient packed dinner to help boost your metabolism, balance hormones, and fuel your body for success. Whether you are a busy mom, battling cravings, or just looking to feel amazing again, this is for you. Drop a firebomb in the comments if you are ready to cook with me. Let's get cooking, good looking. So, what's for dinner?
Let's get cooking, good looking. So, what's for dinner? Today, we are going to make chicken fajitas, chicken fajitas with quinoa and pico de gallo with avocados. I don't know if I should make guacamole or just put the avocado on the side. I'll just see how the avocados look. But before we get cooking, let me just share my story with you. Like cooking with purpose is more than just about food. It's about freedom, the freedom that your body is craving from the inside and bringing that out, being able to express yourself. That freedom for me started when I began to detox from sugar, alcohol, and everything else that was dimming my light. I was drinking alcohol to overcome my social anxiety. I was numbing. I didn't know how to regulate my emotions. And so slowly, like layers of an onion, I began to peel away and heal my emotional energy center. Your emotional energy center is also known as your chakras. Those are like when I say layers of an onion, I truly mean it's like so many different layers. And then you have the yin and the yang, you have the masculine and the feminine energy. And so all of this encompasses you. Apart from that, we have the circle of life and all the different areas of life that we have to attend to or that we are neglecting. And within each of those emotional energy centers, where how do you provide for your own needs, your shelter, your food, your personal needs? How do you show up in creativity and pleasure? How is your self-esteem? How do you show up with love and forgiveness? How do you show up in communication? How's your intuition, your trust, your divine, your spiritual connection? And your emotions get blocked by feeling discouraged, weak, insecure, anxious. Those are all the traumas that we've gone through that make us skeptical and critical and hateful. And that's the devil energy. God wants us to be joy, to be relaxed, to have trust, to be thankful, to feel important and feel hopeful and respected and loving and playful. And that's what happens when we unblock these emotional energy centers. So just like the affirmation, instead of saying, "Oh, I'm fat, I'm ugly," ugh, no, we're going to practice those affirmations. I am beautiful. We're turning that negative into a positive, into it becomes our reality. And side note, so yeah, so that's your emotional energy center, and your emotional energy center can be blocked not just through people that are around us, the food that we're eating, the processed foods, the sugar, the alcohol, that can block our ability to be able to regulate our emotions. And so this course is about tapping in to your emotional blocks, your fears, your doubts, your worries, and being able to identify, where does that come from? Is that something that I went through, or is that something that I was taught, a belief system that I was taught? And being able to, okay, hash out all the negative. I feel this. You'll want to write all this down, because when you do the work, all of a sudden you'll pass through the tunnel and see a big old rainbow, and life will be all gravy, baby. And you'll forget that pain and the suffering that you went through. So journal your story, but we're not gonna stay in and a victim mentality. We're going to become warriors and survivors. And so for me, it all started in high school. I didn't know that I was an empath, um, that I felt other people's emotions. And so I would drink during high school alcohol to get through my social anxiety. I didn't realize that I'm carrying everybody else's energy, and I was process and so now I know how to process it. I know how to protect myself. I know how not how to absorb it as my own anxiety and depression. So when I would do that, then I was taking caffeine pills to keep me up. I was in high school, and then I was on birth control. That made me blow up and gain a bunch of unwanted weight. And I felt I had self-confidence issues, and that ended up with more led me into more anxiety, more depressions, and cycles of prescription medications and addictions. Then shortly after high school, I met the wrong man who said sweet nothings to me, and I believed him, but he got me into trouble that led me to going to jail. And I was 2 months pregnant when I went to jail. I went for 6 months, came out when I was 8 months pregnant. And I began to say, no, I'm going to start setting boundaries and start hanging out with people who are in alignment with my vision, my goals, my dreams, my desires. And that's why when I started to work for MCI, it was telemarketing. That's when I really first began to practice the power of affirmations. And they would make us get dressed and put post-it notes in the mirror. And I noticed that the days that I got up with time, did my hair, my makeup, and did my affirmations, I killed it. I was selling all kinds of uh, uh, services, phone services. It was like an international, I was in the international department, sales department. And I noticed that the days that I got up late and I was like probably PMSing, I would make no sales. And so the power of affirmations is true, it's real, and it's strong and it's forceful. So practice your powers of affirmation. After I got out of jail and started working for that good job, started practicing the powers of affirmation. I met an older man. He was a really, really good, great man. Still to this day, I'm divorced now, but it was just that it was our time together was done. But at that time, I found myself as a divorced single mom, overwhelmed, watching my son, who was 7 years old, spiraling from ADHD and suicidal thoughts, and it broke my heart. He was only 7 years old, and he was like, Mom, I don't deserve to live. I'm like, why? You're the only child. I give you everything. And I didn't understand. But at the same time, I did, because I was going through my own emotional turmoil. Around the same time, I lost our health insurance. So I lost his Adderall prescription. I started asking questions. Well, what is Adderall and how much is it going to cost? And I was like, what? And so, long story short, I also had a breast cancer scare. Then I hit rock bottom because I was trying to numb myself through alcohol, and I got a DUI. At that moment, life was like, I just couldn't. I was like on my knees begging God to please show me the way. Why do I do the things that I do? What, you know, just asking for questions and prayers. And I isolated myself. I set boundaries, and pretty much from my all of my 30s, I went into a deep dive of studying life, studying health, studying our food system, studying holistic healing. But what did they do back in the days? Our United States is only like less than it's 1776, so 2025. The last time I let's do the math real quick. Last time I did the math, and that's probably been like 10 years. Let me see. 2025 minus 1776 is when we were established. 249 years. 200, we're only 249 years old. So what are the world has been evolving for billions of years. The sun, the moon, earth, other countries have been countries for thousands of years, civilization. And so I started asking, well, what did they do? And what did they drink? And what did they eat? And studying holistic healing. That breakdown helped me ended up being my breakthrough. I realized that our current society norms and the people were not going to help me. And so I stopped waiting for them to help me and save me. And I started taking my power back. I started with putting my son on a sugar detox. We both went on a sugar detox. And since he's gonna do sugar, and they say sugar is more addictive than other things, you know, I put myself on alcohol too. So I did sugar and alcohol, him on sugar. And in 3 days, I noticed a complete difference in my son, night and day, just in 3 days with the sugar detox. It was as if he were on his Adderall without the Adderall side effects, and he was happier, more clear-minded, more alive. It's still like, every time I say it, no matter how many times I say this story, it warms my heart. That's what sparked my journey into wellness, and since then, no prescriptions, no more problems, and we actually began to heal from the inside out with real food by setting boundaries, and that brought true love and true health and true abundance into our lives in all areas in our lives. My son and I have been medication free for over 10 years now. My husband and I had gone through vicious toxic cycles of ups and downs because we were both addicts. When I divorced my first husband, I as like that same week I filed for a divorce, I met him, and he's my twin flame and my soulmate. My first husband would like handed me everything, and so I was comfortable. I was just like depressed. I was bored and comfortable. My husband now, he triggered me. He triggered me to awaken me to take my power back. And so at the moment, even though I was like, oh, how dare you, he had to trigger me to be able to release old belief systems that were no longer serving me. And once I stopped pointing at him and saying you, and start working on me, so my whole life changed, because all of a sudden I started to magnetize and he became in alignment with me. And now we're thriving, living in union with love, with respect. We're running two businesses, including Vitality and Values Wellness, that's transforming lives all over the world. And it all started in the kitchen with one decision of detoxing sugar. So tonight, as we cook together, remember, one nourishing choice at a time can also rewrite your story. So now let's get cooking. We're gonna make chicken fajitas with quinoa, avocado, and pico de gallo. So I also, it's not about being all fancy and having to buy all this stuff. Girl, still have leftovers from the weekend. My husband brought home parrillada from the Mexican restaurant. They put shrimp and chorizo and carnitas and steak in it. And I really like this place because they put zucchini and broccoli and nopal. Anyways, it's like a big old tray. And so I still have some leftover. So I'm going to give him the leftovers, not because that's rude, but because I'm not eating pork. I'm not eating pork or I'm not eating pork or shrimp. Ah! The phone. Hold on. Not because it's not that I'm trying to give him the leftovers, but he's gonna love it. It's delicious. I'm gonna have some leftovers too, but I'm just not gonna eat the red meat. Okay, hold on. It's starting to. Okay, okay. Now let me reset my camera. I started to call the SOS. So yeah, not because I'm trying to feed him nasty leftovers, because it's delicious leftovers. It's just that I'm not eating the spread meat or the pork, and so I'll have some of the veggies, and then I'll add in some chicken breast for the chicken fajitas. This will be more than enough for him and I. So I'll probably just cut up one chicken breast because that will be more than plenty of food for us. And I finally got the cutting board because I hate cutting chicken on a wood cutting board because it's porous and ugh, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. And so now I got this stainless steel cutting board. It's so beautiful. And on the other side, it's what is it? It has right here to grate, like in the picture it shows like what did it show? Ginger or something to grate a little ginger. And then this is wheat bamboo or wheat something. It's not plastic. Kind of a silicone though. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm gonna cut up the chicken breast. I'm just gonna do one chicken breast. This will be just reheated. I feel fancy with my cutting, but I just got it just like about an hour ago, and I'm excited to use it. The only thing is that when I ordered it, I thought it was two separate ones. I didn't know that it was one double-sided. So I butterflied the chicken breast. I wonder how it's gonna feel when I cut that. If it's gonna be like better than cutting up plastics and then having little plastics in our body. That studies have shown plastics in our brains from even like cutting boards and cutting it on plastic cutting boards. Excuse me, and then we consume it without knowing. This makes me happy. Okay, now I need peppers. I'm gonna put this in here. It's so beautiful. I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna cut up my peppers for my fajita. Something just poked me. I didn't find organic ones this time, but that's okay. We're still in the kitchen, cooking with purpose and avoiding all these other chemicals. So we're gonna wash these real good, wash off any residue from the chemicals. Okay, and as I cut this, I'm gonna go ahead and season my chicken so that it can start getting some flavor. We're gonna add salt, smoked paprika, garlic powder, chili powder, pepper. I'm gonna add just a little bit of chili powder just to make it a little bit spicy. You can also add cumin if you like the cumin. So I got some cayenne pepper, some cumin, some sea salt, garlic powder, smoked paprika, a little bit of cumin, and a dash of cayenne pepper. You know what? I probably should make one more chicken breast. That way I have some lunch for tomorrow. Already cooked and made. We'll cut these in strips. Cut up some onion. I'm going to wash this off so that I could cut out one more chicken breast. I have enough for tomorrow's lunch. Salt, pepper, smoked paprika, one of my favorites, and a little bit of cumin. All right. Oh, I forgot I wanted to do the quinoa, so let me get the quinoa going because that does take about 20 minutes for it to cook. Should have started with that. Okay, so there's for the chicken fajitas. Now the quinoa, I'm gonna saute some pepper and onions for extra flavor. It's gonna taste so delicious. All right, so we are going to saute this in the frying pan with a little bit of olive oil. I found tricolor quinoa this time. I didn't find the white quinoa. And so I'm just gonna use 1 cup. Should I do 1 cup or 2 cups? I'll do 2 cups. That way it's ready for the week. We want quinoa another days. It's ready. So I'll wash this out, rinse it off. Okay, that's heating. Now we'll add in. We'll put the timer for 3 minutes. Medium heat on 6. Just let that get some flavor. I have some minced onion. I mean, not onion, garlic I could throw in there too. I'm gonna wash my tomato, get ready to make the pico de gallo. I got 3 tomatoes, an onion, a lemon, cilantro. If you set the timer, you know things makes cooking a lot easier. We have about a minute left. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of garlic, about 1 clove of garlic, minced garlic, fresh minced garlic. Looking a little dry. I can add a little bit more oil, olive oil. That's it. So now we're gonna add this into the rice maker. I did 2 cups of multicolored quinoa. We're gonna put the goods in here, and then we're gonna use the same pan for the fajitas. And then I have my rinsed quinoa. There was 2 cups of quinoa, and we'll do 2 cups of water. Spring water, baby. This water is like $7 versus the $3.99 pack of 24 or whatever it is. It's better quality water, and you can taste it, the difference. Okay, and some sea salt, natural sea salt. Mix it, turn it on, let it be. Cover it up. And then over here we have our pan with olive oil, and I'm going to put in our chicken and set the timer for 6 minutes. Medium heat, 6. Then over here, we're going to heat up our leftovers. We're not gonna do it yet. We're gonna flip this over in 6 minutes for an additional 6 minutes. At that time, I'll put the other meat to heat. So in the meantime, let's make this pico de gallo. And 2 tomatoes is more than enough. Put it in here. I don't know if I like that right there. I don't think so. I don't think so. And onion and a lemon. Check out these avocados. Hopefully they're, forgot to check it. I'm gonna turn on the other frying pan on so it could start heating. Okay, timer is on. We are going to flip the chicken. Set the timer on for another 6 minutes. And we are going to add in peppers and onions just like that. We'll add in a little bit of olive oil into this one. I'm gonna put it on low heat because I'm just trying to heat it up. And I will cover that one up. We have shrimp and steak and pork all in one pot. We got our chicken going there. And then we're back over here to the pico de gallo. And we need some cilantro. I'm gonna add more onion. Let me check my meat. We're gonna add some lemon to the pico de gallo. I'm gonna add some sea salt to this and eat it. The whole thing with the skin. That's where the health benefits are at, in the skin. I'm going to add just a little bit more onion. Hi. And that's that. The chicken fajitas are ready. Now we're just waiting on the quinoa. Okay, so now we'll cover that. Check this meat over here. Yep, it's formed. Check the quinoa. It's steaming. I'm gonna flip it. Careful with the steam. I don't remember if I put salt in it. I think I didn't. You can cut up a jalapeno, but we're not eating jalapenos right now. Too spicy. But if you like spices, you can dice up a jalapeno, add it into your pico de gallo. I'm making fajitas. You're gonna want tortilla or just with quinoa. Salt, pepper. No, add some garlic powder. Let me turn off this one because this one's ready. That's ready. We're just waiting on the quinoa. And voila, almost ready to eat, girlfriend. So we are eliminating the corn. So we're eliminating corn tortillas. We're setting boundaries with our culture, with our, the quinoa just popped. It's ready. I'm gonna go ahead and read you an angel message and prepare this meal, girlfriend. I'm gonna serve mine in a bowl. All right, 3 angel message for you. Message for you. This one flipped out. Look at saving. You, as you consistently save for your future, save your future is saved. Do so. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus on your life purpose. So start saving, start securing and saving a little to the side. Message for you, catastrophe. Dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self is giving you divine guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So don't think all logic, oh, that's impossible, how I can do that. Do it with faith and with love. Journal, and that's what I did. I began to journal 6 years ago, and things that I wrote down in my journal that I thought that I would need a miracle to happen, it happened. So just trust in your guidance, and instead of trying to fix everybody else, start fixing yourself first. Promise you. One more message for you. One more message. Attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase will run the other way because the fears of underlining chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. Always practice forgiveness through gratitude. Gratitude and power and positive affirmations will attract what it is that you're desiring. And now let's get eating. That's hot. Follow me. So here, and here. Sign here, here, and here. Reminded me of Paris and Carlos. Gotta turn off my quinoa, my rice maker. So there we have it. There's quinoa, multicolored quinoa. There's his. Here's mine. And then we are going to spoil the baby with some leftover rice and little nopal. And he's lucky because he gets a little bit of beans that was left over. There we go. And then we're going to load him up with some protein. We're going to give him some veggies, some broccoli, some steak, some shrimp, more steak, some pork, some more shrimp, and more shrimp, and more shrimp, and a little bit more pork and steak. And we'll throw him some chicken. Look at that. All of this is protein. Just this is carbs. The quinoa is protein. And then we'll add some guacamole right there. 90-day detox meal. Is it doable or is it doable? And for me, since I don't burn a lot of energy like my husband, I'm going to take it easy. And I've made myself a quinoa fajita bowl, chicken fajita bowl with some zucchini, broccoli, and most importantly, love. Always love is your secret sauce when cooking. When cooking with purpose, girlfriend. So look at this delicious meal for the hubby. All protein except for a little bit of rice and beans. So the rice and beans and the tortillas is what makes you gain weight. Here you go, babe. And unsweetened pure tea sweetened with 3 packets of stevia that has a lot of health benefits also. Give you your tea. And for V, we have a quinoa chicken fajita bowl. Super hot. Mix it up. I'm going to show you. Zoom in here, girlfriend. Zoom in here. Look at that. So instead of rice, replace rice with quinoa. So you can eat lots of big plates of quality food and still lose weight. The seasonings, the different textures, it hit the spot, girlfriend. Join me on this 90-day detox and let's start cooking with purpose and eating to bring in our dream future body, our future self, magnetizing love, money, and our mission, our life purpose, and bringing that into reality. Sending you much love. Join me tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern Time live, and we're gonna go over how to be soft in love without losing yourself. So how can you bring in that feminine energy? How can you get out of survival mode and bring in that feminine energy without losing yourself? How do we have that balance, girl? So I'm gonna go have dinner with my love. See you tomorrow. Bye. Are you ready to take the first steps to shedding weight, boosting your energy, and transforming your habits? It all starts here. Visit vitalityvalueswellness.com and look for the free habit tracker section. Enter your first name, your last name, along with your email address, and your tracker will be delivered straight to your inbox. You've got this. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Download now and let's start your journey today. vitalityvalueswellness.com.